Rickez, you missed all kinds of fun stuff, bud. You missed all kinds of fun stuff. By the way, how long on tanks? Actually, so Ben's going top tree on square rigging and finishing combustion off here on Almog. So Almog's boosting combustion for him. Maori lost a bunch of cities, yeah. Maori lost all their coastal cities after Corny died on the hard all-in Aral push from Scythia and Gorgo. Bark, bark. Hey, Corny. I sent you a message on Discord. I missed your comment earlier. Yeah, I wouldn't even, I wasn't even going to dare ask you, but then you mentioned it in chat. But I don't know. You've probably been off sulking or something. I don't know. Too late. Oh yeah, no, it's midnight now. There's not much. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Your boy Almog just barely pulled off Statue of Liberty, by the way. I don't know if you saw, but he went drama and poetry and nationalism before civil engineering and only got Statue of Liberty by like 2 turns. He almost straight blew it. Almost straight up blew it. It's too bad that Almog's had to go on bottom tree. If he could have gone flight and flooded his land with the Great Wall, maybe that could have helped the push as well. Easy calculated. Yeah, I remember. He just planned it perfectly, just on purpose. How far behind is... So Steel next turn on T-Steets. The what do you call it? The tank push is going to have to be timely here. What's the gold look like? Oh, yeah, all kinds of gold. All kinds of gold for the boys. Almog is going to be able to get some tanks from the bottom end, although it's going to cost a lot. That's going to cost a lot right there. He's kind of been messing this up a little bit. I'm not sure. And I mean, like, they don't have this much gold. Like, come on. You don't have that much gold, bud. Corny, did you say to Ben, let me play Shaka, I won't die in Classical? Yeah, you had no chance there, Corny. That was unfortunate. Oh, by the way, this positioning is pretty good too. Any frigators? This is going to soften this up really well. Yeah, I was wondering, like, it was interesting, Corny. I was wondering, like, I saw him, he started to build warriors and go with, and try to get the Toas. But then he was building cities and getting his harbors down and building his harbors and that. And then I'm like, okay, well, that, if he goes free ink, then he can use that science to get the Toas faster. But I'm like, why isn't he getting, like, I don't know, like, I wasn't really sure about the timing. Like, he needed to come in and just all in protect this front so that you could send everything to the north. And it just, the timing wasn't there. General, well, that's the thing, right? Is if he'd tried to get a general, the thing that was working against you too is this. This did not work well for you. Rome got a free general, and so he would have had to like out project these two. It would have been really tough for him to get a general pivoting to it late. By the way, the tanks are uploaded to the server, and we're gonna have some bang bang shortly. Yeah, both of them are upgrading. Yeah. Look, Mom, no gold. Yeah, they spent every last penny. And like I said, they don't have that much gold. Like, he spent all the gold he had. He did this one chariot to army upgrade, or chariot to tank army upgrade. He didn't even get this one done because it's injured, I guess. But yeah, he got 3 off here, and then you're done. Like, why he thought he was going to be able to do these, I don't know. Your yields are pretty good, so he'll be able to get them going eventually, but I guess you just get them done now and then they're ready to go, I suppose. Yeah, battleships o'clock for Ben. And he's going to need more than that, though. The frigates, there's 3 frigates over here waiting around. I'm wondering if what's... I don't know. I'm curious to see what he can do here with these frigates. This one frigate's got +3 range. Or not +3 range, but 3 range total, +1. Yeah, horses, unfortunately, against the hoplites, the horses, he needed to, yeah, just the timing. Crossbows, like, if he just got to crossbows fast enough. Crossbow general could have been a big difference maker, but like I said, it would have been really hard for him to get a general. Yeah, the hoplites were trading very well with the Toas. In fact, yeah, the Toas hitting into the hoplites were actually losing quite badly, and and the Toas actually weren't doing too bad, even attacking themselves. Just play better. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see, honestly didn't see any errors in your play, even under so much pressure and the time clock and everything. I don't feel like I saw things happening that, like, it just, I mean, his city, like, he had so, I don't know if you saw, I've shown it yet. This tile was a 2-5 and this was a 2-4, I believe it was. He had a 2-3 base and 3 2-3 tiles over here. 5 pop city on just ridiculous production. He was 2 turning and 1 turning out of all 3 cities, all of his units. It's almost like he was the one who had God of the Forge, and he was just spitting the units out so fast. It was just like, I was like, maybe he's holding it off here, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, there's 5 more units. Where do they come from? Oh, you were trying to bait them into the Coupe pick. And then, I was surprised that you guys went Coupe, honestly. I thought you guys would go Gorgo there. Yeah, I don't know. I also thought that you were going to go Portugal. I saw you went, obviously, Coupe, and then I saw you banning Norway and Dido. And I'm like, if Portugal's around, do they take Portugal and go double naval here? And then have Maori? And I just like, it's a little risky to go double naval on a Pangea. It leaves a lot of space in the middle of the map for the other guys. But I thought, maybe. A lot of units here, but the push is real. Any artilleries? His 1 artillery, for some reason, he brought up here and let it die like a dog. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. The tanks are in. Whoops. 3 turns on heroic age, and then Ben will have not 1 but 2 arms. Advanced flight next turn for Omegia. How am I so funny? What did I say? Oh. Oh. I didn't know that was that funny. Okay. Yeah, these tanks will just destroy these walls with 2 arms. He won't even need to worry about having too much artillery, which he doesn't. He did not get much. Although he's going to have some artillery armies popping out. This one's an artillery army. He's going to have some. It's hilarious. Okay. I mean, I've said that line before. I didn't think it got that many laughs. Good crowd today. Thanks, guys. Is it French humor? Okay. Oh, he is. Okay, I guess he's just not hitting that hard. Oh, it's steel, I guess, right? So the frigates aren't hurting the steel that much, I guess. Yeah, that's starting to hurt. Softening him up. Doesn't have any more coming, eh? No. Where is Noob on the tech tree? Refining and rifling in 2, so he's still a ways from tanks of his own. He did get out more cities, more harbors. I thought he was a little late getting out the harbors. I thought he was gonna, once he lost his other cities, he was gonna do a little bit more work, um, getting more cities up. Um, running theater square projects, trying to pump more works. There's the National History Museum, trying to punch more great works into into China. I don't think that there's much of a play there still, though. He's up to 242 tourism. Yeah, like he's actually falling behind having enough culture per turn. Did Egypt settle the Far City? Yeah, he did. He got on the stone, just like we talked about. It's actually a fantastic city if you settled it. If somebody had settled it a long time ago, look at all the hills. Um, so yeah, that city cannot be nuked and destroyed, which would have been rough, right? Obviously, if he'd have like run up here or whatever, um, you know, if you ever nuke and run in and kill it, if he goes out of the game, then that goes your win condition. The game I played on this be a best of 3 loss, so as if we are shit. I can't say anything. Strong barkers though. You guys have a very good bark. China tanks have actually just stormed right through. Probably just waiting for just maybe running around to kill units and let Persia take the cities. Shablamo. Yeah, win condition is diplomacy. 12 out of 20. They're trying to save up. They saved up favor last time. The problem is these guys are making a ton of favor. Obviously, when you've got one extra person, you've got one extra alliance. You've got one extra embassy. Excuse me, and then of course, Scythia and Hazagi, after finishing his Arel War, went commercial hubs into holy sites, into pagodas, and so he's making a ton of extra favor there as well. So it's going to be really hard. Maybe the best case scenario is that they head fake and save all of their favor and hope that they blow all theirs and let them get to like, 17 out of 20. But maybe they can save up enough in 2 congresses to outvote on the last one. Maybe. And then if they could downvote, that would buy them the 20 turns they need. Because their only win condition at this point is to somehow kill the world. But it is going to be extremely hard because Rome is kind of playing out of their minds. Well, not out of their minds. They're having a good game. Rome's playing good, and unfortunately for TBD, it's going to be hard to kill them. They can nuke. They can nuke if they ever got the tech. If they ever got the tech, they could nuke everything but Rome, and that's the one thing they'll be missing. Yeah, plus extra embassy. Exactly. You have one extra embassy. You have one extra. Like each person has one extra embassy. Each person has one extra alliance. So that's extra points across the board. 7 extra alliances. I was talking about each person, right? Each individual person on the team has 1 extra alliance, and each individual person has 1 extra embassy, like across. Excuse me, to give out. So that's 3 when you count each person. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, because if they get to 17, they only need to win 1, and even so, what would happen is if they get to 17, like Falcon said, even if the math, even if they didn't have enough, if TBD held enough so that they could win any one, then they could win the bottom one and downvote. No, because that would be because they could still go up 1. It would just have to be, the math would just have to be that they would have to run out completely. I don't think it's, that would be +1, so that would get them to 18, right? If they went to 17, and then they could get the plus. They would vote. He would vote against himself, go +3. He could get to 18. So technically, you could add that extra, but I don't know if the math adds up to save enough to win the 4v3. By the way, it's triple Golden Age, the heroic side, and these tanks are just going to absolutely crush. You can see how hard they're hitting the 2 arms. He'll come and take this. He's getting really big campuses out of this as well. Well, this is not a big campus, but he took home a couple of big campuses up here. Yeah. So his stats are just going up, which is nice for him to help push on towards potentially getting some nukes. There's no way for me to show favor generation. If you want to do the math, you could take a screenshot this turn and screenshot next turn and do the math if you want. I've had people do that before. But there's no, when you go to yield, it doesn't show the favor per turn generation. I will say that Rome has gone coal, so they will be having some negatives from that. They've gone coal factories. So they're going to get some negative to that, so that would hurt them a bit, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game, I don't think. Hey, Rage. Yeah, no, he missed out on Mohabbadi. Unfortunately, Almog missed out. And in fact, you can see it right there underneath. They were able to do that. And so, yeah, and they were also able to win the race to Potato Palace as well. So that was 3 points they could have denied if Almog was doing all the things and all the stuff. And he just barely got Statue of Liberty as well, to be honest. Okay, what are we doing here? I suppose Relic. I don't think he has any relics. Yeah, let's go Relic. Where is Preserve? Relic, Preserve, and you. Whoops. Nice. Okay. So yeah, a Relic, a Preserve, and a on him. All in, yeah. If you all into music, ran projects. The problem is he went. Oh, you know what the problem is though, is Almog's sitting on bottom tree, and he is a long ways from being able to build the broadcasts. That could have been huge. Could you imagine if he'd gone top tree? I mean, he probably easily could have, right? Like, he's not even having an impact here. The only one thing I will say is that he was able to trade off on the boosts. And so it sped up Ben a little bit as far as trading the boosts on the tree. But ultimately, of course, the airplanes have arrived. If he'd have gone top tree, he could have gone to flight, obviously, for his unique improvement, and he could have spammed those a bit more. And obviously, he would have been able to build broadcast centers here shortly and make that play. Tourism from Great Works doubled music. There you go. Production towards theater squares 100%. Cleopatra got 2 points. The points are 17. Alcine, how you doing? He got to 17. GG's. I don't think there's any way that you can pull this off in 20 turns, guys. They actually both voted towards music. On both sides. And both voted towards theater squares. Just to make... But they didn't need to both do it. Yeah, I read them like a book, exactly. It was easy to... But the thing is that they didn't need to spend favor. Like, Barking Gang didn't need to spend all that favor. It was so easy to read exactly what they would do there. Barking Gang pretty much wins this. Because he's at 17 points. Yeah, that's all they can do. And like I said, Rage, if Elmog had just gone top tree this whole time, he's had good science the whole game. I think not amazing, but good. He could easily be on like flight right now, and he could get in his. He could have been building his broadcast centers for half price, and projecting music like a dog, and maybe in 20 turns. Plus, he's been spending his faith. He keeps spending his faith. I don't know what he's spending it on. He's making 98 a turn, but he never has any. I guess he was buying units. But again, like I said, if he'd have been saving his faith for rock bands and not going ahead and building units that he didn't make, like these units are having no impact on the game. I mean, he just held this line. He didn't need to do this. He could have gone full top tree. Anyway, his tourism last we checked was like 3 something, I want to say. Sorry. Almost 3. 292. 292 tourism. Which is, I mean, he's basically tied with Tidube, so he's not making up much. He's going to need that to be like double in a hurry. He would need that to be... The thing is, he needs to get to like... He needed to be at flight, be like 700 or 800 tourism, and then go rock bands. But now he doesn't have any faith. He's been spending all his faith on units that aren't going to impact the game. I think they just... I don't know. I think they just needed to go crazy all in. I feel like they just needed to go crazy all in there. 800 now and 1.5 the next 10 turns. Exactly. If anything, he just needs to get out of the way. He needs to get his units out of the way so that the 2 arms can hit. Almog's over here hitting with no arms. So, another plane on the way. He'll have to, like, swim around or something. What did Noob do with his units? Oh, he's come back for an upgrade. Refining in 1. Getting there. Yeah. Noob. It was rough. I'll tell you, one of the big plays of the game, besides killing Corny, was a big rush from Egypt to deny Stonehenge. And then you deny Stonehenge from China, especially since they're a free sim over here. You know, it just it took his religion as well, right? Like just fully took China's religion as well. And so all of a sudden your tempo is way out the door. You've lost your religion is all part of the meta of how you do it, right? You get rid of that. That's your tempo for your religion to get your faith up for your initial monumentality. His initial monumentality sucked because he wasn't making all that faith from all the wonders he'd built. And then it's just like, from there, your tempo is just gone. It was such a good deny. Tonks Inc. Yeah, exactly. It'll be Gorgo's got the stats up enough there now that yeah, they're actually going suffrage there now, so they might have already gotten it. But yeah, what's she in? Yeah, she's actually in fascism now, and then switch back to democracy. Pick up the card. Yeah, there it is. War Department in 5, and then you switch to democracy. Throw the card in, and I mean, how are you going to kill that? Like I said, the play was, militarily speaking, the play would have been to just all in, be way better on science. If Noob could have somehow stayed alive and had a big game on the other coast instead of on this coast, maybe he could have gone nukes and then just been dropping nukes on people. But again, even then, it's still, Rome is unnukable. It's just no way. Natural History Museum in Pingala Town? Yeah, it is. Uh, 28 out of 126. Long ways to go. The defense isn't huge, but, and this is the thing, is that if everything had gone right, if Almog had the big game, gone top tree, gone flight, was currently building half price broadcast centers, if he had been doing all those things, this is the game where you can get it done, because this isn't much defense at all, right? If you were, like Rage was saying, if you were sitting on 1.2 or 1.5k tourism in the next 5 or 10 turns, that number's just going to start ticking really hard. Hold on to your faith, like he's building up faith there now. But if he was earning big faith on top of that, and then just like freaking rock bands all over the place, you know, have people building, like, build some water parks in here, Noobland or something, for whatever rock bands you end up with. Like, you could have actually, you know, had a couple hero rock bands and taken a shot. But I'm curious about the decision to go top tree, or sorry, to go bottom tree on China there. I don't know, like, he's not really, I don't know. Why Gorgo's making some army? Um, what do you mean? Why Gorgo is? Yeah, Rome. They have no worries. There's no worry that Rome, that, like, this is Gorgo over here, right? Like, if you look at the map, uh, Rome's on defense. Rome's got planes right here. Gorgo's over here on free sim. These guys don't need to worry about units now. Like, they got to come straight through here. There's just, yeah. It's all about just culture defend as much as possible. Noob's gonna come take a look with his Kirsten here, but yeah, it's plane here. There's more planes being built. You can see the fighters coming in. He's getting in. He's actually got defense here because he's worried about a naval invasion in the north. So he's getting some units up here. Rome's got steel next turn. With his science, he's gonna have, I don't know if he's got refining done yet or not, but he's, at the most, he's like maybe 5 or 6 turns away from tanks. And then he might be close to fascism, if not there. He actually is in fascism. And Ben is not there yet. So you're going to be pushing into fascism tanks with planes. It's a CC waiting room. I mean, I'm happy to be here talking to you guys and having fun and having a fun stream. They can continue to play out over to victory screen if you ask me. I'd be happy to watch. But Ben's got radio in 3. Almog's got flight next turn. So trading off the boosts there. Combustion next turn. He actually had it on 1 turn. So Omegia's got tanks next turn. So, yeah. I mean, you can see that TBD did make a play to hold on to their favor. But, again, it's just going to accumulate here so much faster. It's just, yeah. Oh, Ziffy, did you do the math? It's plus 60 a turn to plus 18 a turn? Yeah, I would have said it was about 2 to 1, right? Because you get such an advantage having the extra alliance, all the extra stuff. Here come the battleships to tear this city down. This plane is kind of useless because he just takes the city. How many battleships does he have? Okay, he's got this guy on defense. But yeah, he can just take this city any way he wants now. More battleships would speed the process up, but he could just naval invade in the back or something. If Omega liberates the city, they CC. Oh, here you mean like if he came over with battleships of his own here and like tried to liberate? Yeah, it is a bit of a concern to be honest because there's not a lot of naval action going on. Like this one destroyer, I guess it's just the one battleship, but the airplanes. Oh no, it's two. It's a couple of battleships. Yeah, it could be trouble honestly. If he came over and did deliberate, it could actually happen. And actually, these planes just hit that battleship. Oh, this one did. I was gonna say, if you hit a battleship, it better be injured. Yeah. So he's trying to tear that battleship down. But of course, battleships come fully engaged with anti-air, so that would hurt a little. How many Diplo points does BG have? 17. Yeah, they have 17, and it's simply not enough. If they'd have had him at maybe if they had him at 16, it could buy him another 20 turns on top. But yeah, the plane, like you can see here, this plane shot once and it went down 35 health. Now the battleship looks like it lost a lot too. He only got shot with the one plane, so that was almost an even trade. There's a cat. Got him. Hey, Southrix. Got him. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. So this is the deal I'm gonna make with you. Okay, guys. Falcon especially is gonna love to hear this because it drives him nuts. If I make partner, I will remove the F word and stop trolling you guys. I will remove the F word from the ban list. How's that sound? Oh, balloon o'clock, by the way. Balloon will tear this down. He'll come through. Battleship went away because I think he was afraid of getting hit triple. He could have got hit by triple planes. Obviously, the planes would have taken injuries, but probably would have killed the battleship, to be honest with you, with 3 hits. The 3 planes would have probably killed the battleship. What's going on in this game, Esdeath? I mean, they're hanging on to a dream, I guess. Maybe they got the message that I wanted a nice long game. And they're just dragging it out for me. Who knows? Bring your friends next week. Free F. He's chasing what? He's chasing who with the scientist? Oh, so Noob got his. Oh, look at this level 5, by the way. Noob's got his battleships up. They'll go burr. Oh, this scientist here. Yeah, he's just cheaping tabs on him. Remove the Falcon trap seems unnecessary. Constant shuffle. I mean, Thebs will die. The battleships are going to go to work. This is going to go to work. This Thebs dies for sure. In fact, if anything, well, I think there's probably going to be tanks on. Yeah, well, combustion in 17, so no tanks for T-Teats. But anytime they want them, there's plenty of gold. There's plenty of gold in the bank for tanks to stop this in its tracks, along with all the planes. I saw a bunch of gold here on Hazagi. I don't know what his gold's all about. I mean, obviously, he's making a lot. He's making 250 a turn, but just nobody's used it. I guess nobody's taken it for 8 turns or something. Thebes. Falcon Trap. No, I was just saying Falcon. Maybe you were listening. If I make partner, the deal is if I make partner, I'll take away the ban of the F word and stop trolling you guys. But you got to promise not to abuse it. The whole point of it being banned is that people start dropping it every other sentence, and then it just gets vulgar. People can't communicate in proper sentences. Yeah, Thebes dies next turn, of course. Thebes, sorry. Thebes dies next turn. Sorry, I see it and it reads Thebes to me. Oh.
This is something.
Fried rice? Yum. Hi, boobs. Bye. Bye.
Let's go. There's nothing for you.
Partner in what? Partner in Twitch. Okay, Edmund, if you say so. Yes, Twitch. If Twitch says, yes, I am worthy, because apparently up to this point I have not been worthy in my 3 previous attempts. If they say, yes, you are worthy. By the way, this is where he was building Statue of Liberty. I wonder if they used the same foundation as they were on Statue of Liberty. They just started Colossus. The engineers just kept the same base. What do you think? If they say yes, then I'll be partner, and all will be right with the world. Yeah, 345. So the switch to top tree radio now on Almog. He's building Hermitage. 13 turn Broadway. I mean, let's go. We're almost there, boys. Yeah, he's at 404 now. His problem is, so he's gotten a rate. Is that radio done, or just getting started? I think it's just getting started. No, maybe he got it boosted for Ben. Yeah, I'm not sure which one, but if he could just build the broadcast centers in 2 or 3 turns, right? But like I said, if he had gone top tree to begin with, instead of building an army that has done literally nothing, he went bottom tree for an army that did literally nothing. If he'd have gone top tree, he'd already been in position to start up half-price broadcast centers 10 turns ago. And obviously would have been radio, or with flight, he could have been to computers by now. Increasing tourism. Flight would be giving him, he could have spammed his walls and gone flight. He could have held on to all of his favor instead of faith buying units. And he could have gotten, like, he's still spending his faith on stuff. Instead of rock bands. Oh no, okay, he bought rock bands. Okay, he did buy rock bands. But he could have been doing rock bands already for ages. Like, literally just... It sounds weird to lose a player and then make your position to go all in on Culture Victory, but I mean, completely free sim Rome and completely free sim Gorgo sitting back here. Obviously Gorgo had to arouse themselves early, but I mean, by the time you get there, it's fascism o'clock. It was just... I think the play was just all in fashion, or all in culture, I think. Why they to make sure there couldn't be a liberate, I guess. maybe they weren't sure about what's exactly was on the other side, and he was worried if he took it and kept it, there might be a bunch of tanks and planes in place to liberate it really quickly and get some extra points. They see the military strength on Rome probably at 1700, and for all he knew, it was sitting here with like 5 tanks and all these planes. The planes go boom, 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 boom. The tanks go boom, boom, and it's a liberate. And then, any dream of denying. You can see here that Ben. So this is again another reason why it's ball game. Ben is holding in a capital, which means he's losing favor. So he's actually having to give away his favor to Noob so that he doesn't lose it anymore, right? So he's just going to be negative on 0. And so that's like literally just, yeah. You're just going to straight up lose now in like in 14 turns. My guess is that they're just simply making him go to victory screen. Last game of the tournament for them. They want to go out with a bang, see if they can just have some fun, kill some units, I guess. I mean, they have played well. I'm not sure. Ben's had a good game. He didn't have much in the way of campuses, so he had to build some lower adjacency campuses and just go with what he had. +2s and +3s. They last turned. They last second passed a scientist in order to go into take on Newton, which could have helped him a lot. And they didn't do a very good job on controlling city-states. They actually could have done a good job and controlled 2 science city-states and made a big difference in the game. And they didn't really do that well either. I also would have liked to him to settle a couple cities up here. These were some actually really good cities up in here with a lot of good land that he ignored. He did go Ancestral Hall and easily could have settled them. And he decided not to. I don't know why. Even like here, like why not settle here? And like look at all these hills up here, food here, production here. I feel like he could have gotten wider faster and had a better sim. But overall played well. I think that the top tree was the play. I feel like top tree was the play. By the way, Noob did finally come and settle this little city here 2 tiles away. Yeah, I just feel like top tree was the play on China, and maybe they could have found a way to make it work. Maori 950. Yeah, that's a lot of that is battleships. He's got 3 battleships here. One of them an armada, one of them an a fleet. He's just got a few units laying around here, sparsely. He's got a couple more battleships here. He's taken down Nalanda. Looks like Nalanda got Tidube grabbed Nalanda, so he's just taking his time to bring down Nalanda in order to deny that science from them. At this point, yeah, whatever. 53 to 15, yeah. It looks like they're just going to take it to the end. Can they liberate? Not the other way. There is a potential for liberate on Brecken Gang side, but there's no liberations. Well, I mean, they could technically liberate these 2 cities. They could have technically liberated those cities if Corny was still in the game, but he's not, so it's against the rules for them to liberate, so they can't anymore. Yeah, it's an easy win by a significant margin. There's no way. There's simply no way. They're just taking it to the end. Like I said, more time for me to talk to you. By the way, I want to put it out there because I know there's lots of ears listening now. I've been mentioning it throughout the day. And a lot of you are players in the tournament. And I just want to make sure everyone's aware. I have posted in the Invitational Discord in the Captain's channel 3-minute break for Doggo bio. I could actually use a bio. I literally haven't stood up since I started the stream 4 hours and 18 minutes ago. I'm going to go to the bathroom myself. I posted in the Captain's Discord in the Invitational there. You're welcome for casting. There's going to be an all-star game middle of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in there. Bracket A versus Bracket B. And each team that qualify from bracket A will vote on one player from their team to be on the All-Star team from bracket A, and then each team from bracket B will volunteer a player. They'll vote whoever. It's obviously availability as well. If people aren't available, then they can't be put in. But each team will volunteer somebody in. We'll set a time and either Tuesday or Wednesday probably. We'll set a time and a date, or a date and a time for that game to happen. And so each team will have a player. So 4 players from 4 different teams against 4 players from 4 different or 1 player from 4 different teams, 4 people total. They will clash in a bit of an all-star game. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Chance for people to play with people they don't normally do. Maybe they can share some ideas, some tricks. One of my favorite stories, sports stories, I gotta go pee, is during all-star games in baseball. Bore you people with the baseball story. Is I once heard a pitcher talking about how much he learns at the all-star games because literally in the day before the game, all the pitchers are in the bullpen just throwing bullpen sessions and having just talking about the game and stuff, and they'll show each other grips that they put on the baseball and how to throw and strategies for attacking batters, and they're literally from different teams talking to one another on how to get people out and just enjoying their craft. And I once heard Roy Halladay, who's passed away unfortunately way too early, talk about how he learned things and taught people things at those games that became invaluable to them in their careers. And it's kind of a cool story. So an opportunity maybe for people to play. It's Group A versus Group B. A player from each of the teams on Group A who qualify for the playoffs, same from Group B, and they will play. If there's enough interest, we could even do it twice. Like have 2 different games with a whole set of other players if there's enough interest. But I thought it'd be fun to do it at least once, and have the teams come together. Architect playing with you. There you go. However it works out. I think you guys will have fun though, and I'll cast of course and have a good time, and you guys can watch that. I'm gonna go pee real quick before they come back. Proppy. Yes, Proppy, you gotta check it out. I know you go into the Discord. You can check that out. I'll be right back. I hope you got over the rage. Yeah, he was not happy. I that was a tricky situation, Southrix. It was definitely a tricky situation. I mean, I get both sides. The entirety of the situation was not well, discussed and formulated and portrayed to you guys. And yeah, I don't know. On one side, I'm like, yeah, okay, for sportsmanship, he kind of screwed himself with that misclick. Let's keep it a competitive game and let him have his whatever. But on the other side, the whole point of the game is there's time pressure. You're making so many decisions, across the board. There's so many things going on. Clicking the right things at the right times and under that pressure and not making mistakes is part of the game. And so it's kind of like, if you made a mistake, well, isn't that kind of on you? Like, I get like, oh guys, this is a really big mistake. Maybe maybe you guys give us another chance. But at the same time, it's like, dude. I mean, because then it's like, okay, where's the line? Norm's hungry for content. All-Stars all week. I'll take it, Moondoggy. Let's go. All-Star games all week, starting tomorrow. Let's do it. I'm all in. If the players agree, I'll be happy to do it. But no. Okay, here we go. We're Team Plus. But like, then where's the line? Like, oh guys, I accidentally settled in the wrong place with my settler. I needed to settle, or oh guys, I accidentally did this, or I accidentally did that. Like, I don't know. I don't think it was worth getting quite so upset about. So I don't know. By the way, Falcon, just so you have a little bit better idea because of exactly what I was describing there, I just copy pasted you what I posted in the captain's channel. I suppose I could probably just put that in the general chat, or throw something in the general chat of the Discord as well, to let everybody know that it's underway and the discussion's being had. And maybe if captains aren't available for every team right now, then the discussion can happen amongst the rest of them or something. If one All-Star game is good, 2 should be better. Exactly. Why stop with 2? Why not go 4? 72-hour All-Star stream. Players change, casters remain. All-Star games every day until CWC starts. There you go. Red Bull over juice. I would need it. Why not just around the clock All-Star games? Electricity on Almog heading to computers, but I mean, that's not the sound you want your rock bands to make. Especially when you spend all your faith on military units that have done absolutely nothing. I mean, just how many rock bands are sitting here? How many rock bands are sitting right here? Almog, how many? How many rock bands is this? Looks like 10 or 11. Yeah, I don't know. What turn is next? Congress? In 12 turns. This game will be over in 12 turns. I have little doubt. $12 turns or less, I suppose. Well, this city's already up to 7 pop. Imagine if somebody had settled this city back when they, like, I mean, it works out well that they had it settled here, but this was actually an amazing city that none of these 3 decided they wanted to do. They have 17. They're on 17. They easily win the bottom one. Like, there's no way they don't have enough to win the bottom one by themselves. 4-3. I don't know why. I'm under the assumption that they're playing it simply because they want to take them to a victory screen. What was the misclick? In a game between Quit Imperial and Cringe Patrol in the other semifinal, one of the players from Quit Imperial clicked on the wrong Golden Age dedication. He took the Exodus of the Evangelist, which is essentially no benefit, and he actually wanted to pick, I'm assuming it was, did he want Pen Brush? I think maybe he wanted pen brush. I don't know. He wanted pen brush or monumentality. He wanted something that would have actually been good for him. And Exodus the Evangelist, of course, gave him nothing. So he clicked the wrong one. Oh, was it China? So he probably wanted monumentality. There you go. It was monumentality, not pen brush. But yeah, he clicked Exodus instead of monumentality. Yeah, just it was a brain fart. Like I said, I mean it's semifinals. I mean the money's got nothing to do with it. It's not like it's generous of John to offer up a little bit of a prize so that that the winners can take home a little bit of cash. But I don't think to try and throw in the idea that for some reason the decision was over money. It's a competitive tournament. People want to win. You messed up. I don't know. Maybe maybe they could have been like if it was like not an important game. I don't know. Yeah, Notre. This is the Fighting Irish, Notre Dame. If he'd articulated it well, we would have relobbied. Well, that was kind of my thought, Falcon. Is like when he said it, he's just like, "Can we relobby? I did a misclick." Like, okay. And then after you guys had already kind of said no, he's like, "I picked the wrong golden age," and it was just kind of like I don't even remember the exact sequences. I was just watching it. I didn't really see it, pay that close of details. But my first thought was, I mean, you misclicked. You misclicked. It's a game. There's time pressures. But then I was like, I mean, you know, give a guy a break. Maybe it's not that big a deal. But I mean, if this was a competitive multiplayer scene where there was lots of money on the line, or even if it wasn't lots of money, but like it was more serious and it was, you know, whatever. I don't know. Like you wouldn't be like, you know, if they're playing, I don't know, any Dota or something like that, wouldn't be like, oh guys, I know I forgot to I went left instead of right. Can we relobby so I can go left or I don't know. Rage watched the Discord conversation and laughed. Oh, don't even want this essay from my class. What the guys do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna flame the guy, but it was, um, what's his play here? But I just, I re-lobby maybe makes sense, but at the same time, is it worth getting that worked up over? Like, a game of Dota 2 doesn't last 46 hours. No, I know. That's not. I don't even know what Dota is. I just the first game that somehow popped into my head. There's other games that are played on a multiplayer competitive level. I think somebody used the Dota example in a conversation about this, and that's the one that came to my mind. But I know nothing about Dota, so you know, take PUBG. PUBG is pretty competitive, fair amount of money on the line. They play those games. I actually know about some of that. They play for 4 to 5 hours straight every day for 3 days a week for months sometimes in those tournaments in important games. You know, I don't know what the scenario would be where somebody would ask for a reload. But anyway, who got slapped? Moses, what happened? You want a link? Here, just a sec. Test match cricket, 5 days, no relobby. There you go. Oh, I threw the wrong pitch, guys. Can we go back to the beginning of the inning? I was saying Queen Imperial could have just said F it and CC'd the just after. I thought somebody needed a link. Oh, somebody else needed the link. Oh, okay. Who else? Somebody else needed the link? I don't know. If somebody wants to post a link, just let me know. Get get shit on a city state, re-lobby or rage quit. I touched the wrong chess piece. It was funny though, because Jack kind of got owned in that discussion too, because Jack was trying to make his argument for not re-lobbying, and like I said, like Falcon didn't allow the re-lobbying. Now Falcon, I think you're saying that maybe if it would have been articulated properly, you probably would have said go ahead and re-lobby. But Jack was trying to make his argument for not letting it re-lobby, and he used chess as an example about illegal moves or whatever. But then, who was it? Was it Poulp that stepped in, and Poulp just slapped him with the scenarios that actually in chess, Jack, in chess, the rule is, it was actually kind of funny. Poulp is just like, actually, Jack, that's not the way it is. In chess, you get 3, and the first 2 you just get a warning on your time. And that's only for online tournaments and not for normal competitive play or whatever. It was funny. Just slapped Jack pretty hard. Not the first time that Jack brought in a chess reference and talking absolute BS. Yeah, it came in like a monkey to give his 2 cents and got slapped. Exactly. Poor guy was just like, oh, Jackie, you had to open your mouth. Hey, I'm good. Daniel, how you doing, buddy? Too funny. I'm gonna turn it's getting hot. I'm gonna turn a fan on just a sec. How heated? Oh, it didn't get heated at all. It was like Jack said something and then he got completely rebutted and then Jack didn't respond. Rome with War Department. The fighters are just healing at each turn. Yeah. Well, yeah. To start, I mean, it got heated from the beginning with Archetyp's comments. Like he went on a big diatribe about how terrible it is what happened, and yeah. Can Rome upgrade to modern armor just to flex? I'm not sure how close it is. I'm not sure if that's done or not. Look at Noob making almost 600 gold a turn. Yeah, the rock bands are dying like dogs. The rock bands are dying like dogs, ladies and gentlemen. You can't find the VOD. I give up, but trust me. Whose VOD was it? Oh, it was an Indonesian FFA game during a pause. If you really care. I'm guessing that you don't. I'm kidding. It's like, if you really care that much. You were watching it on the train. Was that just like on the train commuting? Like you commute every day or something? Oh my god, it was so funny. I looked up here. I wanted to see which governments everybody was in, and I hovered over Maori, which is Noob, to see what government he is. I'm like, how is Noob in chiefdom? And then I realized that because carrier died, or sorry, because anyway, you know what I mean. Merchant Republic, fascism. There you go. Fascism and democracy for Almog. Culture's doing okay. Tourism is at 1,050. Like Rage was saying, it needed to be at 1,050 10 turns ago. If it was at 1,050 10 turns ago, they might have had a shot. I think he's got broadcast centers in most of the cities now, or almost built. Like, even here, like, why is he not building... Like, what's the oil power plant doing for you? Build the damn frickin' broadcast tower, dude. Build the broadcast towers for half price and then do the projects. You're killing me over here. You're killing me. Or just buy the damn thing. Noob's making 600 gold a turn. Commute. Travel commute. Always nice to have Twitch VODs to watch while you're commuting. No, it's not happening at all. No, I mean, it's not happening, but, like, in a situation where that's your play, like, do the right things in the right order. Making an oil power plant is, you know, if it was competitive, if it was a shot, then, yeah, like, you do things, that's just the simming 101. Do the right things in the right order. You never build the oil power plant. You build the broadcast center, and then you do theater square projects in every city. Like, every city that doesn't have a broadcast center needs to be building it. Like, most of these cities are all beefed up. They would build a broadcast center in 2 turns with half price. Like, look at this. 2 turns. He's had the tech for like 10. I'm pretty sure. He had the tech like not long after Congress. 2 turn it. Start earning the points. You have the card in, so you're getting the cards to make the extra 4. Yeah, exactly. You could have bought a couple here or there with the gold that Noob's making, even. If you really needed to. Mailbox in the principal, apparently. I mean, I think it was viable. If he'd have gone top tree, I really want to ask them why they decided to go bottom tree. I would really like to know why. I mean, did he delete the tanks? I think he might have just deleted the tanks. I think he deleted the tanks. And he's still got these units sitting over here. AFK. I mean, he spent all that faith buying the units, spent all that gold upgrading to the tanks, had 0 impact with them, and then deleted them. Like, Persian Rome, well, it's tough with all the support bonus. But they're getting pretty thoroughly rocked. 5 from general. 8 from support bonus would drop it to 128. Ideal terrain. Military alliance. Yeah, thoroughly rocked. Oh, it's also against army. Oh, he has an army here. He has 1 army here. Still thoroughly rocked. He's running both cards from fascism and democracy for combat. Yeah, getting both bonus cards. That's how the pros do it. And Wars of Religion, yeah. It's hard to push. I mean, obviously, the big key is coming with lots. You need to bring lots of artillery. Oh, get fucked. By the way, those tanks just got rocked. What? Oh my god. Could you imagine if that was a pivotal push and a competitive push where they had a shot at actually making some ground and you just got just destroyed standing on those floodplains. Speaker, how you doing, buddy? Poor Corny. Poor Corny. For those of you just tuning in, Corny got ripped. His spawn was here, as you can see. It was a below average spawn. Well, maybe average capital, but a weak expand here. A pretty weak expand. This is actually a really weak expand on this side. And min distance Scythia into god tier floodplain Pantheon and Gorgo Liang promotion. This, like, these cities were 1 and 2 turning horses and sack of horse archers for like 40 turns. And then Gorgo is over to the left, just over min distance, like 12 tiles. And they just spammed units as well. And he just stood no chance. He tried valiantly, but I didn't even see any mistakes. I was just like, I don't know what he does. He just... Is that Golden Gate Bridge? Oh, yes, Golden Gate Bridge. Any Golden Gate Bridgers, by the way? Why the hell not? Is he going to get it built in time? He is going to get built in time. Where's the Golden Gate Bridge? It's TBD, right? Yeah. He's even building. He's just like, whatever, guys. Like, you see here, he's building the broadcast centers. His culture's up to 707 now because he built all the broadcast centers. What a value building. Yeah, those farms were pretty nice, right? I mean, if you got to do it. Get a little Machu action. Taking him to victory screen. Let's go. Yeah, he did. It was pretty obvious, right? Like, he already has his theater squares down with museums. All of a sudden you make them half price. What's he going to do? He builds broadcast centers in every city and you power them. Well, I guess some of them, no, actually most of them are powered up. An industrial zone here. Just build an industrial zone. Or sorry, an industrial zone. Build a factory. Or a power plant, I should say. Build a couple of power plants. His culture would be like 900. Jamie, it's going to be over, and it's in 5 turns. It's going to be over to a Diplo victory. See this guy step in. It's like doop 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 doop. Just checking. Yeah, it'll be over to culture victory. Oh, look at this. These bombers. Yeah. Well, some bombers, some fighters. Look at the infrastructure, though, guys. 2-lane opening up into a 3-lane. Like, this is POG infrastructure right here. Triple airport, like full-on arsenal. Like, that's just POG. Bombers are worthless. I mean, he's bombing the city. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's bombing the city. Chad fighters versus pussy bombers. Yeah, absolutely. The bombers just die to the fighters. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, the tide rise and wipe them all out. Yeah. It doesn't. Oh, it does. It does show you, but neither one of them are. None of them have the flood tiles. So none of them are part of the flood tile. Yeah, full on Diplo waiter. Yeah. You don't know about Tide, but TBD got flushed. What? Oh, does somebody? Any 1,000-year flutters in the chat, yeah, right? Noob Manhattan when? He's going industrialization. I can only imagine at this point Noob just wants to go to sleep. Noob doesn't even have anything queued. I think this is You're joking a bit with fellow Cars members. I think Noob might have gone to sleep. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's gone. I think he's pulling a rage and he's gone to sleep. Oh no, actually he's not. Nuclear fusion next turn on Omega. Sixth dead rock band in a row. I know, right? Any rockers in chat? How about that? How about that for a question? Any rockers in chat? Civic culture and tab. No, I think it's about. If I had to guess, it's like 64 out of 171. Oh no, it's actually further than that. 80 out of 194. I was underestimating it. I guess more turns. There's actually 4 turns on Congress. Yeah, it's gone. More turns have gone by than I was thinking. It's all just a blur right now. I want to rock. Yeah, they're doing a Footloose reincarnation this game. They're doing a Footloose reincarnation on these rock bands. Give him more respect than I did. Well, to be fair, I had been watching it earlier. Back when we were trying to see if it was a possibility, I'd been watching it. And I was just trying to progress it. 5 turns ago, my numbers probably would have been pretty accurate, but... Flam God, how you doing? Rock and roll will never die. Let's go. Any tile improvers? Just showing disrespect to Corny's former land here, not improving Corny's land like this. That's disrespectful. Not improving the land. Not cool. Oh, here we go. Pog. Let's go. You guys ready? Let's frickin' go. Let's go. Any turn roller overs? Boom. Actual pog. This one finished too, right? Yeah, it did. Oh, baby. It's so pretty. It's actually pretty beautiful IRL. The Golden Gate Bridge. It's pretty amazing. Man, that Torre de Bellum looks so out of place. Yeah, it does. On a little inland sea. The exact opposite of where it belongs, right? Almog must be rusty. He got hard. I mean, to give him credit, he did get hard denied very early on Stonehenge. Like a hard denial on Stonehenge early. And then And then that obviously gives him slow tempo early, because you build all the wonders, but you're not getting because not only did he lose Stonehenge, he lost the religion. For those of you wondering, Egypt harded it into the Stonehenge denial and the religion, and just China's gameplay was just at that point, you're working with, one arm instead of two. So many scenes next to the bridge. Yeah. I mean, he simply can't push here. He simply cannot push. He's just. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Knife Science, Selly 35 minutes ago, Psycho Mike 47 minutes ago, Mr. Barrowclow an hour ago, 2 zeros an hour ago, Elumus an hour ago, Big Bad Bovine an hour ago. Thank you for the follows. By the way, chat. 6 away. 6 away from 10,000 followers. 10,000 followers. Just 6 away. Just 5 away. FK, you weren't following yet? Oh, here they come. They're rolling in. Oh, they're rolling in. Surfing Disaster wasn't following yet? What the hell? Are there people unfollowing and refollowing or what? What is wrong with you animals? Here they come. I think we're home, boys. Technically... yeah, Falcon. Falcon with the unfollow. Oh yeah, we just went blowing by it. I think we're at about 10,005 now. 10K and not partner, I know, right? At 10K I changed the raid sound. No. It registered for me. There you go. There it is. 10,001. And climbing steadily. Shep with the biddies. Yeah, refollows don't register, so the number won't actually go up if you unfollow and refollow. The number's actually going down now. Whoops. The number is actually going down now. It's down to 10,000. People are following and unfollowing. That's cheating. Not like this, Josh. All the good intentions, yeah. Thank you for all the follows, guys. I appreciate it. And Shep, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. 10,000 followers. That's just about 2,500 a year, I guess. Not bad. Big smile stream today, yeah. Having a good day, having a good stream. You guys are the best. Thanks for making it so enjoyable. It means a lot. Rome's not even bothering to do the new project. Yeah, they're not even bothering. They wouldn't even have time to make them because it's over and then 2 turns. Speaker, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. It's been a grind. The ups and downs. Like I said, Thursday I will be reapplying for partner one more time and crossing my fingers for a good result. I will be doing everything I can to get some casts and streams up in the next few days. Hopefully we'll do the finals and do this all-star game we've been talking about. Maybe we'll do even more than one. maybe do some Civ FR stuff. I know it's not all as appealing as big games like this, but when people show up and hang out and help me keep the numbers high, that makes the people at Twitch see the numbers high, keeps them uber impressed, and maybe gives me a better shot at getting that check mark. So I appreciate people coming by and hanging out when they see, even just dropping a lurk to keep that number high. Even if you don't not interested in watching the game or you don't have time to watch, when you drop those lurks and keep that number up, every single one of you matters, and I appreciate it. I see why there's an all-star game now. Yeah, I'm making shit up now, Falcon. I'm just making shit up now, just desperate. Suicide and bombers going into 3 fighters. Yeah, I didn't see, but there's still 3 bombers. There's less fighters now, or maybe the fighters can't. No, actually, there's 5. But he's lost fighters. Oh no, the fighters he's moved out. I guess he's moved some of the fighters out, I suppose. You know what's funny? So the origin of that story, by the way that I came up with that is, a couple of weeks ago or so, maybe not that much, but somebody in chat, because I was doing the games in the playoff games and that, and it was like a lot of the same teams and a lot of the same stuff and the same players and that. And somebody in chat said it'd be kind of cool to see these guys play with one another instead of always the same guys against the same guys. It'd be kind of cool to see, so and so play with so and so or whatever, right? Like somebody from, Barking Gang playing with people from Ulysses who are playing with people from whoever. And so it kind of got me thinking, like, that'd be kind of cool to organize an event. And then I was thinking, like, hey, I need content. Maybe we just organize it right now as part of the tournament. So I sent John a message. He liked the idea, and he's super busy with IRL and school and stuff like that. So he gave me tournament director status in the Discord so I can get to work on it. So it should be a lot of fun. Where that Victor forehand, Brennan? I know, right? Give me that double shot. Give me that double shot, baby. When is charity stream? 2 weeks from today is the charity stream. Air defense, bro. Air defense. All-Star Team 1, Jack, Falcon, Carrier, and Sassy. Well, they have to be from different teams. It's so Group A, the 4 teams that qualify for the playoffs from Group A and the 4 teams qualify from Group B, each pick. Anyway, let me see the game end here. Each have 1 player. Him, Recon, him, and I vote up. Kachek and I have done so many of these games together, it's like we can read each other's minds. A, him. A, Recon. A, him. I vote up. He votes down. Congratulations on reaching 10K followers. Thank you, Moonsworth. Moonswrath, thank you very much for that. How about those 4 in the hot tub? What? Somebody got slapped. I just went to watch those 4 play together, preferably from a hot tub. Oh, you want to watch them play from a hot tub? Oh, I see.
History is written from the hand of the victor.
What happened? What happened, man? One more turn. Oh. Full retreat. Well, there you have it. Let's go see if we can get some post-game talk in. GG's, everybody. GG's. The Roman defense, yeah, there was no way.
GG Norm, that was very well casted.
Hey, Falcon, thank you,
GG,
buddy. I appreciate
guys.
it. As Death, good to
Hello.
see you.
Hello, Mogaya. How does it feel to be in the
GG,
finals?
my guy, man. You
Yeah,
guys
GG's,
beat
guys.
the biggest.
The biggest.
So maybe you are the biggest, maybe.
Rome
You're the
free sim
biggest,
is
I
a tough
know.
day at the office,
No,
right?
I might be the biggest, but
Shut-
as a team,
shut
but not the
unmute.
biggest.
GG's.
Yeah, you
have
guys have carrier.
We
You
have
already
carrier.
say that.
Thank you, Falcon. I appreciate it. As Death, good to see you. Thank you. Omegia, good game. Free sim Rome, that's a fun day at the office, right?
Like, I usually not in this position. Most of the time, I am the one. Ireloir.
Yeah.
And it feels good to have a
Yeah,
nice.
just to be able to click buttons and chill out.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
and my game was good. My land was really slow, but like I am so free sim and Zhangzi.
Yeah.
Just give me till the I need to destroy the game like him.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, no, it was well done. You were top tree there, just greeted out and had a good sim and were able to keep pace with Persia. And then it was always a pretty rough position for Cleopatra there. But a really nice play, by the way. Somebody in chat actually predicted it, but it was a really good call. Rushing Stonehenge there to deny not only the wonder but the religion, and basically, completely throw China's game off and just throw a monkey wrench in there. It's pretty well done.
yep, and when we saw that he wasn't going for any holy sites, we knew that he wanted to do Stone Age.
Yeah.
At least that's what
Well,
we
it's
think.
it's usually as long as you've got stone, right? And he did have stone. He could have done it. He just lost the race, but it was well done. And yeah, if you got stone in your capital in your China, that's the play, and you guys denied it, and it was well done. And I know if it been me playing China, I'd have been pretty frustrated, just because. Yeah, just because I mean, especially the religion, not even just the wonder, but the religion, right? Like, I mean, his monumentality was so much slower because he wasn't getting faith from all the wonders that he had built afterwards, and then of course your stats suck because you're not getting, the boosts from sacred places and that. So
Yep.
your tempo is just so far off. Even like you don't even if once it's denied, then that's job well done, right?
Yeah, because he gets slow as fuck because of
Yeah.
low mentality.
China goes from being a great civ and a great play just to being like, oh my god, this civ sucks, right? Because you don't have your religion, you don't have your Stonehenge, it's over.
Yes, and
Go ahead.
like I was going to say, because he has a low monumentality, he can't even compete on the Coliseum, which is a
Yeah,
free. It's supposed to be a free
yeah. I was
wonder for.
really surprised by his choice. He went full bottom tree, and I don't know why. If he comes, I would like to ask him what his choice was. Why his choice was to go bottom tree. He could have gone full top tree, and actually like got into flight into computers quickly. And he went bottom tree and spent a bunch of faith on units that never really impacted the game. So I was kind of curious about the choice there. But I wanted to ask you guys. So early on, obviously, you discovered Corny's position. Being extremely vulnerable, obviously, crammed against a coast with pretty average land. And so what was the discussion as far as like, was it immediately like, okay, Gorgo, Scythia, you guys are both going all in right now, 3 city Arel, let's go? Or were you trying to feel it out and decide how fast you were going to go?
Azagi, did you? Maybe.
I mean,
I
Hazagi,
think I had to go to all in at
on him since my land is not that great. Even with Pantheon, it takes lots of floods to become viable.
Yeah.
So I would just IRL him no matter how the war would go. And as I saw the trade going well, we noticed that Gorgo could just take his cities and we could just kill him on the go.
Okay.
So
So
we
it
just
was
did
like
that, and
originally it was you go all in, and then when things are going well, Gorgo said, "Okay, I'll build an extra few units and come take cities." Gorgo was kind of like the second thought.
he would come clean up.
Clean up,
I
yeah.
IRL
Okay.
them hard, and then he just wipes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was well done. It was almost the first thing I saw too. Is because I was looking for the Maori position right out of the gate, and so I went into Team Focus to look at it, and I saw just to the left, I saw Corny on Zulu. I'm like, okay, well Maori will go over and to him and set up some trade options and stuff like that. But as I looked from his perspective in the fog of war, once I was clear, I could see like 3 settlers surrounding him. Like I saw even like on the one screen, I could see Scythia, Rome, and Greece all like around him up, and it's just like, oh my god, how does Corny live here? And he didn't, because it was well played. You guys, that's 2 games in a row, Hazagi, with the big Arel push with Scythia, and it's well done. It was GG's. So congratulations.
It's both games where Zulu getting killed by Scythia, and
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
What are the odds, right? Like, what are the odds that both teams take the same team, like the same civs, and then they spawn next to each other again, and just yeah, I was surprised by the Gorgo pick. It doesn't look like the TBD guys want to come and chat. It's getting kind of late, I guess, in Europe as well on a Sunday night. But yeah, I was a little bit surprised by that pick. I thought there was some other options. I didn't think Zulu was the call there, but I mean, ultimately, it didn't matter if it was Zulu or who it was. It was just a really, really hard position. Maybe if it had been like Persia in that position, Persia probably could have held a little bit harder with the UU, and just, you know, maybe it could have been a little bit better hold with that combat bonus and stuff. So maybe that would have been a different situation. But as it turned out, it was Zulu, and you guys saw the play and made it. And you're going to the finals, guys. You're going to the finals. Pretty exciting, I bet.
Yep. We were not honestly, we were not that confident to beat TBD.
Well, it's tough, right? Like we were talking about in chat. Like, I mean, not to be disrespectful, but I think it'll be viewed as a little bit of an upset because, I mean, obviously TBD, former CWC champions, and not very often they lose any games, let alone 2 in a row. But like, full credit to you guys. Like, you had opportunities. You know, the map set up opportunities, and you guys executed, and you got the kills. And I mean, as you guys know, I cast these games, tons of these games, and I see teams all the time with an opportunity to get a win. Like you can just see it on a silver platter. If they do the right things, they got to win, and then they don't do it. They mess it up. They don't go enough. You know, they don't go enough in. They, you know, bad war moves. All these certain decisions that can turn it into, we could have won the game, to we just got our asses handed to us, right? And you guys, 2 times in a row, you had opportunities and you made the plays, and you know, I'm happy for you. So it was well done.
Thanks.
So GG's, congratulations. It is like, what is it, like almost 2:00 in the morning on a Sunday night for you guys, so I won't keep you around. Did you have any other comments, any questions, curiosities, anything you wanted to add? You guys are probably pretty tired, I guess. Probably a little surprised that you had to go all the way to victory screen, right? You probably thought maybe they would just call it, or no?
Honestly, after killing Zulu and after Maori being beaten by both
after losing 3 extra cities,
Scythia, we were like, okay, let's go for diplomatics. And
yeah, exactly.
I hope you enjoyed the Golden Gate.
It was really. I meant to ask you that too. It just out of the corner of my mind, like, oh my god! Like, somebody in chat's like, did somebody build a Golden Gate? And I'm like, wait a minute, is he? And yeah, it was a nice little Golden Gate too. I have to say, I've been there in real life, and it's gorgeous. And I think it's the first time I've ever seen it built in a competitive game. And it was it was nice to see. It was kind of fun. It was good jobs.
And also, it's a we built it because we knew that the game was over. Like
Yeah, exactly.
And
You're
the
just
Golden Gate flex.
the
Look at
golden
these
a little
guys
flexing with
flexing.
Golden Gate. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little flex. Put it on
And
them.
if you flex on me like this, I'll give you massive respect.
Yeah, exactly. Because there
Hey,
it is. Falcon gets to play you guys now. Falcon and the boys and Esdeath
Ah,
and
man.
yeah,
You
and you
You
guys-
said
guys beat us in the group phase when we had the B team playing, and then we beat you guys with the A team.
so
But now you got reinforcements.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Pyramid fell apart.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
and Falcon, you said that you owe us respect because you said it 2 days ago. You said if we beat TBD, you respect us.
Yeah, but you guys have to give me respect. I went into an FFA and I held the JR and I didn't let him come play with you guys, and you guys won 2 games in a row without JR.
There you go. There you go. The secret sauce was
Yeah.
revealed by Falcon.
You're right,
Who's
you're
gonna
right.
Jail JR for our game.
The secret is
There you go. Hey Ben, I just want to ask, how was Rome land really quick? Rome actually had their spawn was actually not very good. In fact, between him and Corny, probably had the worst starting land as far as like the capital was really quite flat, like really bad expands and opportunities to the north and here. They ran the second city came all the way over here to Zhengi. You guys obviously saw in the Great People Points early that he had done that. So this was a nice advantage, but the land itself was not great for his first few expands, but he was able to get out and get good, like, cities 5 through 9 kind of thing. And he was able to get an 8-city Coliseum set up, which is really good. But the land itself was actually pretty meh, to be honest with you, Ben. And so you can kind of see that in the stats too. The tempo and the stats was the culture obviously spiked with Coliseum, but not much in the way of mountains. So campuses were hard to come by early, but eventually that free sim Rome tempo, lots of culture, get the campuses up, build the buildings, and the tempo came eventually, and it was well done. I love a good Rome game, and it was well done. So. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right too. And Craftsman, by the way, the second expand ended up being a pretty god tier Craftsman. I forgot about that. The city itself was garbage until Craftsman kicked in, and then it was really good. But yeah, it was really flat grasslands otherwise. So yeah, you wanted to spam more cities to match him, but felt like the player dead pressure was on us to do. Yeah. I was surprised you didn't, like, even like this city here next to your capital had lots of food to the bottom and lots of production. You could have had a couple more cities out here with which were really hilly, beautiful land. I was surprised you didn't do more out here, Ben. But like you said, you kind of want to start simming because there's pressure and it's not easy. But yeah, I was a little bit surprised you didn't get a little bit wider with Ancestral Hall. You ended up having a pretty good timing push, but by the time you got to Rome, it was fascism, planes, the full 9 yards.
Was Zulu last pick, by the way?
Yes, Zulu was it was like
Second phase.
second to last from TBD. Yeah.
we were last
Second
pick.
phase. So what was last pick? Persia.
No,
yeah,
it
you
was
guys had-
it was
yeah, understood.
Egypt.
Cleopatra,
Persia-
Egypt. Egypt was the last pick, and it was
Yeah,
a good
they went
pick. It was a nice
Persia,
denial. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was Persia and Zulu as the last two picks for TBD, and then the very final pick was
And you guys picked Scythia in the first rotation or in the
yeah,
second?
Scythia was in the first
Yes,
rotation.
first.
Yeah,
So Rome snuck through to the second
yeah,
rotation.
exactly. Rome was the first pick of the second rotation.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, not very often. Like Rome doesn't get played a lot because people don't want to invest in a first rotation pick, which I think they're worth it a lot of the time, especially on like Highlands. But then as soon as it gets to second banning phase, it's like, oh my god, we gotta get Rome out of here. We don't want the other guys to have them, right? And it's almost always banned because they're just too strong to make it a second rotation. But They let them through
Yeah.
because they denied TBD denied Dido and Norway as their second banning phase, and so they let Rome come through.
And I'm not sure about that. I saw Russia kick Rome's ass yesterday.
Yeah, it can all. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Rome, but I mean, it's. I'm not sure if they're first round worthy all the time, but I feel like on Highlands they definitely are anyway. By the way, I just saw this Petra up here. Anyway, we're babbling on here, and it's getting late. Don't want to keep you guys. Yeah, it was a great game. It was well played. You guys had a good series, and you're gonna get to play in the finals next week. By the way, oh, actually, I think Omega, you already noticed the chat about the All-Star game we're going to try and get done here, and then Tuesday or Wednesday maybe. You guys can discuss that amongst your team, and hopefully we'll have much more news on that tomorrow, and we'll figure out a way to get that lined up. And so we'll see you for that, and we'll see you for the finals. I hope it should be great.
Yes, yeah, for the cast.
All right, GG's guys. Bye bye.
GG. Bisous.